Yo, what's going on? What's happening? Yo, what's up with this whole soft guy era? What's up with the rise of the beta man? I'm just trying to understand that. When did it ever get to the point where, a woman, let alone society, gets to dictate who and what a man is? Because I can tell you, the very fiber, the infrastructure of a man is a leader. Straight up. And yes, true indeed, men will listen. That's what a real man does. But there's a difference between a man that listens than one that is told what to do. A real man will listen, but you're not going to tell a real man what to do, because a real man makes his own decisions. That's real talk. I'm just trying to understand what's up with this soft guy era. Like, there's no way in the world I could be part of this generation. Like, if I was young, dating in this day and time. No way. No lie. Not trying to be graphic or nasty or anything like that, but true, it's just the truth. Instead of dating these type of women that you all deal with, I'd rather be a high-class masturbator. That's real talk. Back in the days, I used to use the Jergens lotion. I'm going to step it up, you know what I'm saying? Step it up a level. Use shea butter. Now when it's time to wash my man off, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to use the Dr. Bronner's peppermint soap, the liquid kind, to make my man tingle a little bit. Straight up. I just don't understand it. Rather than deal with this madness. Back in the days, it was Janet Jackson. I don't know what y'all look at now. Try to find your favorite Pornhub star and do your thing. It's much more cheaper to go that route than to deal with these broads. The ones that say, well, if you want to date me, you're going to have to pay for my nails, my hair to get did. Not done. Did. My rent, my light bill, my water bill, my car note. That's an investment, my sis. That's an investment. So what do I get in return? That's real talk. And you know what the answer will be? Nothing. So why am I wasting my time? And then most of these women have these ridiculous European standards. I want a tall, dark, and handsome man, which is really not a European standard, which really goes back to the Bible. But even before that, if you're familiar with ancient Kemet, as well as the ancient Sumerians, are who and what the ancient Sumerians worship, which was the Anunnakis. And these beings range from 9 foot to 15 feet tall. So they were tall, dark skin, and the daughters of men looked at them as being handsome. It speaks of it if you want to go on a religious, you want to deal with the Christian, the Bible, and all of that, Saint King James Version, all of that, it speaks of it. That they were giants in that day and time. And some of them were called Nephilim. And that they came into the daughters of men. But back then, the woman had something that these new generational women don't have. And that's to be submissive. So I'm just trying to understand. Y'all want a 6-figure dude, which is astronomical, because there's a small amount of men that make the amount of money that you ask for. 6 figures. You ask that this man be a boss. Well, how can you be a boss if the money is not printed up with your face stamped on it? The American dollar is printed, is 75% cotton, 25% linen, made by the Crane family, which is a non-black family, printed or stamped by the U.S. Treasury with a dead president on it. Some of them being slave owners. You want them to drive a certain car. You want them to live in a certain community, and you know that you demand that it's not a black one. Black community, that is. All these standards you ask for, but when the role is reversed and we ask for a certain amount of standards, you can't seem to get it right. No BBLs, natural hair, real lips, real eyes, real eyelashes. A real woman. Something simple. I'm just trying to understand why what's up with the soft guy era. I want to know. Make me understand where the real man at. Where's the real alpha, masculine, testosterone having man? And if you lack testosterone for the soft guys out there, get it however you can get it. I don't promote, and neither do I agree with TRT, the taking of TRT. But if you got to get it however you get it, get it. But the natural way, some weights. Eat particular foods that help boost your testosterone levels up. Overall, be the man that you were born and built to be. That's real talk. There's no way in the world I could be a beta man. No way. There's no way in the world I would allow anyone to dictate who and what I am as a man. Doesn't make a difference whether it's a female or society. That's real talk, man. Too many women out here are caught up in love stories and straight up Walt Disney cartoons, such as The Sleeping Beauty, Frog and the Princess, Pocahontas, Tangled. The list goes on. And you don't deal with reality. That's not what true black love is about. True black love is meeting someone that can meet you halfway. That can empower you as a woman and you can empower him as a man. A true black woman is not one that stands behind you. She's the one that stands beside you. I know some of you all have never been to Kemet. I haven't. But haven't you seen the pictures? When are we going to get on that level? I don't want your degrees of knowledge. You know, I got this degree. I got that degree. Well, truth be told, if you knew anything about Freemasonry and degrees, we ain't gonna go there. I make this certain amount of money. A man never cared about how much money you make, let alone how many degrees of knowledge that you have. Especially when you got the knowledge that you got from someone who stole it. What's up with this soft guy, yo? My uncle, Habakkuk, showed me how to be a man when I was young. Black entrepreneur. Was serious about his family. Could build a community from the ground up all by himself. That man was so serious about helping his family, building up his family, to the point where I never seen that man smile until I was in my mid-20s. That's real talk. I've been around real men. Straight up. So I could be able to tell. I could be able to tell the difference between what I'm seeing now in this generation and who grew me. Who consciously and subconsciously raised me into being a man. I ran away from home when I was 16 years old. And this is not to promote young black males, teens, to run away from home. But I was raised by my mother. She couldn't teach me how to be a man, let alone teach me how to be straight. And the reality of it is, she was too busy raising her son/husband, man in his early 30s, reading comic books while eating sugar honey smacks. So she was a little too preoccupied with the husband/son that she was trying to raise. Because her husband wasn't nothing but a boy, according to man's body. So I had to run away from home in order to know what it was to be a man. And I had my struggles. I had my ups and downs. There were men, or should I say boys, portraying to be men, that taught me wrong. But I bumped into quite a few men that were real men. And they taught me all about responsibility. And I can say, I learned a lot from them. And what really brought me into manhood is when I saw that little baby, that little dark-skinned hue baby's eyes open up for the first time. And her mom walked into motherhood as well as I walked into fatherhood and manhood at the same time. What's up with the soft guy era? Because some people will say that I'm a toxic masculine man. Got all the characteristics to go with it. You're yelling. You're aggressive. Well, I tell you what. Get the hell off my channel. Because you do not dictate who and what I am. As a man, I would never allow you to do that to me. Young black man, it's time to roar. It's time for you to be that lion. It's time for you to take on your kingship. Don't you ever allow no woman, let alone society, to dictate to you who and what a man should be, especially if they're not one. We are living in a bizarre world where the world, or should I say the society, is turned upside down. Now, the women wear the pants and the men wear the panties. Don't you be one of them. Because in reality, from what I hear from these so-called women, not real women, women that have the body of a woman, but yet and still, when you listen to them, internally, they're nothing but a 7-year-old girl trapped in a woman's body. Based on from what I hear from them, they don't want no real man. They want a transformer more than meets the eye. And if you want that, hey, you get to him downstairs. I just don't understand it. And if you don't understand what I mean by transformers, hey, forget about it. It just flew over your head. I understand this generation. Men are not feminine. Women are. Or at least they're supposed to be. Men. The soft guy ever gotta go. Gotta go. Be the man that you're supposed to be. I went through it. And I had to learn the hard way. But I learned. I matured. It wasn't easy. My father, he did what he did, but wasn't much of a help in that manner. Sometimes this path that you take into manhood, you got to take it on your own. But don't walk away from it. Embrace who and what you're supposed to be. And let's destroy together this soft guy.